Boxer step, switching weight, one foot to the other foot. And then a sprint as well. If you're wanting to start jumping rope for fitness, for fun, there's a few basic things to consider first. Number one is buying a rope. The right rope for a beginner, in my mind, it's lightweight, but it's not a wire. It's gonna be a plastic tubing, similar to this one right here. And I prefer a rope that has like a ball bearing mechanism built into the handles, but that is definitely not required. Once you have your rope, you are going to size it correctly, placing your foot on top of the rope and bringing it up and putting it right about at your armpits. That's the perfect size, not too long, not too short. We just start with a bounce where it's like minimal amount of energy required and just getting about an inch to half an inch off the floor. So right here is where you should be. It's a little bounce. And it doesn't look hard, looks pretty easy, but the rhythm of this and the toll that this takes on your calves and your ankles is pretty substantial. So right when you start out, your calves and your ankles, everything's gonna be on fire. But over time, you're gonna build that tensile strength. You're gonna build that strength in your tendons so that it feels stronger and more stable. I like to kind of do this crossover movement before I start to get into my jumps. Just so in my head, I'm hearing that rope hit the floor, and that's the time that I should be up in the air. So it takes time to get that rhythm down where you're jumping a little bit before that click, and it just takes getting used to and takes trial and error over and over again. So this process is well worth it in my mind, but it is hard work. Some people will pick it up pretty intuitively, but there's other people, if you don't have any semblance of rhythm like me, it'll be harder for you, but not impossible. Once you go a few times back and forth here, you're gonna get into it, and you're basically just hopping, bouncing on the balls of your feet. Those knees are soft. All that power is coming from the calves and the ankles, and the motion of the rope is coming from your forearms and your wrists, flicking it. So I'm not like going like this with my arms, right? That's kind of crazy. I'm keeping my arms down, and the motion is coming from flick of the wrist, and a bounce and step, right? So it's relaxed. You're relaxed.